It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA. We're joined by the legends Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. For tonight's game, we'll be watching the Golden State Warriors as they go up against the Miami Heat. For the Heat, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. And then you look at Chris Bosh, who missed half of last season. Such an important player on both ends of the floor, and the Heat really missed him.
Yeah, he's a go-to player who demands attention, and he's got a feathery touch. You know, he keeps getting better as his threes starts going down. So he's a very difficult cover for a lot of people, so they definitely missed him.
Yeah, he's difficult because he can drag the bigger defenders out and shoot the threes in their face like yak 'em. And if you're a smaller guy, he's going to abuse you on the block with the back-to-back game.
Has your touch ever been described as feathery, Shaq?
Nope.
What would it be called?
I'm not a feathery type of guy.
I hear you.
Let's go to Kevin Harlan. He's got the call, courtside.
Nighttime always fun here in Miami as we see an overview of the city. We'll be bringing you an interconference matchup in this one as the Warriors take to the road. Welcome to the American Airlines Arena, home of the Miami Heat, and a great venue for basketball. And here it comes, the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me, Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and courtside Doris Burke.
All right, ready to go? Ready to go?
So Golden State will get the first possession. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, it's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson. They're in the backcourt. Green at the 4 with Bogut at the 5. And it's Barnes in at the 3 spot.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
A lot's been made of the Heat fans in the past for walking out during the finals game where they looked to be out of it. But credit, the Miami Heat fans, Greg, with last year sticking with this team.
Yeah, and in all fairness, I would have walked out as well because I thought it was over. But with LeBron out of town, a lot of Heat fans could have jumped off the bandwagon. But you know what? They stayed with it. So although the weather is fair, the fans are not.
Oh, well said. Thank you. Green with the block. Stolen by Bosh. Then kicks to Wade. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Thompson outside. Pass to Green. And the Warriors miss again.
That's another miss. Already they've missed 3 out of 4 to start.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Releases. Now in the scoring column with that deuce. 1 for 2 this game. For Miami, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Bang for 3. That's tipped. Curry against Wade. Curry passes to Barnes. Puts up a 3. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
On defense, Golden State. It's a 3-point game. It's stolen by Green. Right side Curry. That is good.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Not a fast start here for the Heat. Shot to stop the run. Barnes grabs the miss.
Right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Stolen by Wade. No one near Whiteside as he lets it go. Back to Dang. Pass to Whiteside. Good ball movement here by Miami. Bosh kicks to Dragic. Wade for three. Again, the miss by the Heat.
And a great stretch of games here for Wade at the end of last. A great stretch of games for Wade at the end of last season. I mean, he turned back the clock, if you will, for a while and really helped carry this Heat team.
The Heat trail by 7. The three. No luck. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Here's Thompson. And it's blocked by Whiteside. And now here comes Bosch leading the break. Here's the dish to Whiteside. Green with the rebound. Yeah, Greg, you know, I remember that stretch with Wade you're talking about. It seems like he finally now feels healthy, Clark, and it shows.
Wade. Wade himself said, Kevin, it was the best he felt in a couple of years. Health is such a big factor for him, given how he plays and selectively now likes to attack the rim.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
And Steph Curry, not just a superstar player, but one of the best contracts in basketball this year and next for under $24 million combined. And you can bet he's due for a major increase in pay when 2017 rolls around.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Stoudemire's checked in for Whiteside. Johnson comes in for Chris Bosh. Winslow's checked in for Luol Deng. And it's Richardson in for Dwayne Wade. Now here's Richardson following the miss by Draymond Green. A shot by Johnson, no good. And for Stephen Curry, a value contract, but a growing list of endorsements. One of the top-selling jerseys in the league, a signature shoe deal. He's doing all right.
Yeah, I don't think he's worried about it. He's got a Bible quotation on his wrist that says, "Love never fails." And that's how he approaches the game, with a true love and faith that his hard work is going to pay off.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Thompson. So many great statistics are available to demonstrate just how dominant the Warriors were last season. My favorite is, GA, their point differential.
You know, to be able to beat your opponent by double digits on average is something only 8 teams have been able to do in the history of the league.
It's amazing. And so Thompson nails both of them.
Guys, the Warriors ended the year at just over a 10-point differential per game. I mean, still that number is staggering when you think of what it takes to achieve that mark over the course of a season. Typically, championship teams are somewhere in the +6 to +8 range. 10 is off the charts.
Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. .143 left to play in the first quarter. Livingston, that's good.
And you know what? That Warriors point differential was helped out a lot by their play at home. The home differential was almost +15 points per game. A lot of blowout wins. Scary thing is they set their starters in the fourth so often, they could have made those numbers even higher had they wanted.
And it's Miami with the rebound.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear they're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Here is Livingston, and Spates gets it to go. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle steps for the Warriors?
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
1:05 left in the first quarter. Dragic kicks to Richardson. Stoudemire outside to end the drought, and that's going to be a travel.
The miscues continue. That's their 5th of the game.
and not the way, guys, you want to start a game. The turnover is now becoming an issue.
Warriors leading by 16. 50 seconds left to play in the first quarter. When you think about Sean Livingston, you think about the career that might have been an absolute rising star after being taken Clark fourth back in the 2004 draft.
Kevin, he was averaging over 5 assists a game as a teenager, and his shot was improving every year. Then the devastating knee injury. Just great to see him back playing basketball.
The drive by Iguodala, and Leandro Barbosa, the bucket on the assist by Iguodala.
And there are more points tacked on here to the early lead.
And it's a nice lead as well. I mean, it's no mystery how they've done it. They're attacking the basket.
The Heat trail by 19. Heat moving the ball around. Dragic dishes to Johnson. And that's an air ball. Not even close. Golden State's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Here is Livingston. The feed to Iguodala. Can't hit. Good work defensively by Stoudemire. Inside, there's Winslow. Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. Warriors lead by 19. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And guys, we've seen the Warriors really take control here.
They came out with the purpose of playing for one another, making the extra pass throughout that first quarter.
Guys, that is simply just good basketball. I mean, really good basketball. A total team effort out there.
Dang and Bosch, your small and power forwards. D-Wade out there with Richardson. And it's Whiteside in at the pivot spot manning the middle. That's the group in the game for the Heat. And Green gets it to go.
Excellent feed from Steph Curry.
And it's Miami's ball. Here's Bosch. The basket good off the assist from Wade.
I really think that's the area they want to work the ball into, and it takes passing like that to get it done.
Curry passes to Thompson. Back to Curry. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Curry's got 6.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
And Hassan Whiteside of Miami had the breakout year of all breakout years. Clark, he blew up in the right way last season. Averaged a double-double over 48 games.
Yeah, and great to see for Whiteside because he did have some issues prior to the breakout year. And it's nice to see him find his stride and produce with that awesome talent he has.
And the Warriors making a change here. Bogut's checked in. Good on the second free throw.
And talking about Whiteside, he isn't completely out of the woods yet. I mean, after a couple of ejections last season, his teammates publicly condemned his actions. They questioned his maturity, challenged him to be more reliable. And for the most part, he was after those incidents.
Tries again. Wade left side. Good D by Thompson.
You love the closeout on that possession.
Excellent defense. Active, and he made it a very tough shot for him.
Nice effort anyway to change his shot and get around the defender maybe next time.
And you know the thing about Whiteside, guys, when he's right, he's an unbelievable game changer. Second in the league in blocked shots last season. Also posted the second best field goal percentage. The guy can play if he keeps his head squarely on his neck.
Josh McRoberts has checked in for Whiteside. And Golden State also making a change. Rush is checked in. Nobody near Barnes. And the Warriors miss again.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
And it's Harrison Barnes with the foul. That's his first foul.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
Yeah, it's got to be concerned with all the missed shots here. And every team goes through cold streaks. You just got to figure out a way to stay productive.
And the best way to do that when you're missing shots is to get to the foul line. Be aggressive, get to the foul line and knock down some of those freebies, and the tide can turn for you.
And it's sent back by Bogut.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
It's rush outside, and it's Wade with the rebound.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Richardson, good. Warriors leading by 16. Outside Curry. And the Warriors miss again.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
No doubt about it. The defense, you can see him exhaling right now. Fortunate that he didn't knock that one down.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
And the foul on Dwayne Wade. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
Richardson against Curry for the three, and it's good. Curry's got 9.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Here's McRoberts. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. And Miami making a change here. Dragic has checked in. Warriors leading by 17.
Boy, I tell you, the Warriors did something that no other team had ever done before. They ended the regular season ranked first in field goal percentage and field goal percentage defense. Essentially, they were the best offensive and defensive team in the league. Remarkable.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
And did not seem happy about how things are going on right now, and maybe wants to make some changes.
I agree. I mean, just was not comfortable with the way things were set up at that particular time. And in that case, I think it's the right thing to do.
Here's Barnes, and that one is stuffed right through. The Heat trail by 19. Dragic kicks to Wade. Here's McRoberts. Rebounded by Bogut.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
Thompson dishes to Curry. Barnes screen on Dragic. Curry passes to Barnes. The second chance effort, and it's laid in by Bogut. Bogut's got his first 2 points.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out, and it's an effort thing and a mindset deal. You got to get your body between that other player and the ball.
Joe Johnson, he's checked in for Chris Bosh. And the Warriors also making a change. Andre Iguodala is checked in for Barnes. The shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Buries it from three-point range. Thompson's got 7 points in the game. The Heat shooting 36% in the second quarter. They really haven't found their rhythm yet offensively here. To the right side. Curry. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And that's now 11 points for Steph Curry.
You know, he's putting on an outstanding offensive display, and he may just be getting warmed up here.
poked loose.
Yeah, the offense seems completely in disarray.
Exactly. But at the other end, it's one bucket after the other. This run is getting out of hand right now.
And I feel like there's a reason Joe Johnson has gotten a number of astronomical contracts. It's because he does everything for you. He's like one of those items you buy that touts everything you need, nothing you don't. Well, to me, that's Joe Johnson. And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
Wade kicks to McRoberts. It's stolen by Bogut. Iguodala wide open. And the Warriors tack on 2 more. Clark, when you take a look at Joe Johnson, and if you were on a good team, a team that was contending for a championship, where ideally would you like him to be? Where would you slot him?
I'd put him in that first or second scoring role because he's so good and scores so effortlessly. And at some point, I think he's going to hoist that Larry O'Brien trophy.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Now, here's Thompson. 9 points in the game so far. Thompson is doubled. Bogut. Up and in on the layup. Bogut's got 4 points this quarter.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
Thompson passes to Curry. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 4 assists in the game.
Yeah, perfect release that time. I mean, I thought it might get blocked.
And so a pretty lopsided game through the first.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We're going to break down the first half action for you. The first half was all about Stephen Curry. He had 14 points, 5 assists, and 1 steal. The first 2 quarters went very well for him. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, they killed it on the glass, and they did it with high-level fundamentals, blocking out, maintaining position, and going up strong to the basket. If they board like that in the second half, this league will continue to grow.
And over to Shaq. What'd you think about Miami?
Well, they were playing like it was Christmas, Ernie. Giving up a lot of turnovers. There's no excuses for the turnover numbers, sloppy ball handling. They looked out of control, and the execution was all over the place.
And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
And his play in that first half, how about the discipline to go along with the efficiency, guys? His shot selection was just perfect.
I agree. I mean, whether it's been from mid-range or in tight, he is taking only what the defense is giving him and not trying to do too much. Very much playing within himself.
Setting the floor for the Warriors. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. And it's Barnes in at the 3 slot.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the 2 teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
Boy, terrific play there. I thought even with all the contact, he still was going to get that shot to go down.
And for Wade, we often talk about his physical state, but what about the mental toughness? Here's a guy who's been playing in some kind of pain every game for the past few years, but he just keeps churning the butter, not wanting to let his team down.
Greg, you brought up the topic of Wade. He's had a chance to make several tough mental adjustments throughout his career.
Well, he's always been a guy willing to alter his game for the good of the team. That's why he's got those championship rings, Kevin. You've got to be flexible, not just talented.
Yeah, when Shaq comes in and joins him, then he had to change away when LeBron came in to play
Great
a
credit
different
to
way.
him.
Yeah.
Great credit to him.
Very admirable. Golden State's gone 6 of 10 from 3-point range, up over 50% for the ball game. Here's Green. Oh, wow.
Man, he slams it home and gets a little camera time on the backside of it.
He spent a while up there on the rim.
And I like the fact that the ref's going to give him a little bit of leeway there and a lot more than they used to.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. Curry kicks to Green. Inside. Knocks it loose.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
And here we go. Fast break. Curry's got it. And he gets it to go. Curry's got 16.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
Wade kicks to Whiteside. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Winslow comes in for Luol Deng. And it's Richardson in for Dwayne Wade. And then for Golden State, Spates checked in for Bogut. Ian Clark comes in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry. Now, here's Richardson. He's tightly guarded. Josh!
Well, you know, last season Steve Kerr came into a good situation, but a touch awkward. The team wasn't 100% on board with the firing of the previous coach, but he won them over in a hurry.
Back to Green. Golden State moving the ball around. And that one's good by Clark.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
And they're not making up for it with their own shots from deep either, so that's a double-edged sword there.
And stolen by Spates. And that one's good by Clark. Clark's got 5 points now this quarter.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
Pass to Spates. And the foul called on Hassan Whiteside. That's his first foul. Amari Stoudemire is checked in for the Heat. Andre Iguodala is checked in for the Warriors. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. And the layup's good off the glass.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
Stoudemire kicks to Dragic. Richardson, that's a two-pointer. And the shot falls short this time.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Here's Stoudemire, and the officials call a traveling violation.
They have constantly shot themselves in the foot this quarter with all of these turnovers.
Very simple. You can't score if you can't maintain possession.
The Heat making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. Festus Ezeli, he's checked in for Golden State. Barbosa comes in for Ian Clark. Amari Stoudemire, with the change of scenery last season, was bought out by the Knicks, signed with the Mavs midway through the season.
That was the best thing to happen to Stoudemire, in my opinion, Kevin. He got to play playoff basketball again, and we know that wasn't going to happen in New York.
And the rejection by Ezeli. And that'll be Miami as it goes out of bounds. The Heat retain possession. Stolen by Barbosa. The Warriors, another fast break opportunity here. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here.
And for Stoudemire last year, served as a backup big for the Mavs and was still as efficient as ever.
Free throw good, Livingston.
I don't think Stoudemire will ever be what he once was, but he is a valuable big to bring off the bench for a contending team in limited minutes.
Livingston hits both of them.
And how about Sean Livingston? Just a terrific comeback story. Of course, he suffered that famous knee injury, one of the worst I've ever seen, and he has willed himself back to become a valuable player in this league. They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
They have got to box out better than that. That putback's just another example of what a difference there's been between these two teams.
He signed a nice 3-year deal with the Warriors off their bench. Great fit for that team.
No question. A rare package at 6'7". He's a true point guard and extremely versatile defensively. He can play alongside Steph Curry, handling the ball or off it. And easy to see why the Dubs were happy to get him. Their prowess inside has been tremendous, guys. I mean, it's been no contest down on the low block.
And until the defense puts up a little more resistance, they ought to continue to pound them down low.
Knocked loose.
He saw that one was going long, and he tracked it down.
Plays it in off the breakaway. Livingston's got 6 here in this quarter.
And they seem to have gotten something out of almost every possession. Their defense has been just as good, just a tremendous performance all the way around.
Yeah, and they're doing it in hostile territory, too. I mean, don't forget about that part of it, which makes it even more impressive.
To the wing on the left. Here's Winslow. That misses off the backboard. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Green with a screen for Barbosa. Miami grabs the miss.
Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allows the defender to recover and contest that shot.
They get it again. They need this, and that one's good.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
One second left, and the quarter ends with some stifling defense right there.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Curry. No good.
Okay, Miami, now coming up the court are your key answers.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Golden State's gotten off 12 shots from beyond the arc tonight, hitting 7 of them. We've got Haslam, Gerald Green out there with Josh McRoberts. Then there's Dwayne Wade. And it's Johnson in at the point guard position. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Here's Curry. He kicks it to Spates. Here's Clark. He's guarded by Johnson. Clark dishes to Spates. And the foul on Tyler Johnson. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Not his best moment. Obviously, no one on their team's happy right now, but you shouldn't be taking that frustration out on your opponent with a poor foul.
Curry against Wade. Stolen.
The turnover total in the first half, only one, but a totally different story here in the second. And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Scooped up.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
Haslam can't get it to go. Smooth sailing for Golden State. Rush the pass to Curry. Wants to get it to Spates and does. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
Didn't have any problem knocking that one down. Another defensive lapse leading to 2 more.
Here's Haslam. And nothing but hair on that one.
Yeah, good tough D there to get a hand up and force that.
That's example number 1 of why he is such a strong defensive player and why he has such a great defensive reputation.
Winslow's checked in for the Heat. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Golden State. He dishes it to Azili. Kicks it out to Barbosa. Shot clock at 5. Clark, the pass to Rush. Frames the three-pointer.
Gotta be demoralizing. They desperately needed a stop, and instead they give up a triple on an open look.
The Heat have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Deflects the pass. And they're running. Clark kicks to Azili. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Just watching Festus Ezeli out of Vanderbilt play. He's got the big body inside, moves pretty fluidly, adroit, good footwork. He's kind of got the whole package.
Yeah, he does. He's a space eater. He's very strong, physically good frame. He's low down there, and what you said, the fact that he's fairly agile, makes him tough.
You know, and Ezeli missing a lot of games with various injuries from the knee and ankle a season ago. He can be a quality rebounder and rim protector, but he's got to find a way to stay healthy.
The Heat making a switch here. Stoudemire's checked in. He hits one and misses one, each at the line.
And Ezeli, originally from Nigeria, picked up the game late. Only played 6 years of organized basketball before going pro. So still developing his hands and offensive skill set, but clearly he's got the tools physically to play.
And Green with the basket on the assist by Johnson.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Clark dishes to Ezeli. Johnson against Barbosa. Here's Clark. Here's Ezeli. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That one is on Stoudemire.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
And they haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They have been the aggressors.
You know, something else I've noticed is just how many of their baskets have been set up by assists throughout the game.
And for Festus Ezeli, came in as an extremely raw prospect a couple years back, late first-round draft pick. His minutes were down actually last season, but his production was decidedly up.
Yeah, he went from 44 to 55% on field goals, from 53 to 63% on free throws, a testament to how much effort he's putting into developing that shooting stroke.
Johnson kicks to Winslow, 16 feet away. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
And he has slipped into a funk, Clark. You can see the confidence is shaken.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, he's very much deflated. The basket looks a lot smaller to him at this point, and the only way you can get out of it is to work yourself out of it.
And for Gerald Green, another productive year last season coming off the bench. Though it was a smaller role, a small step back from the season before when he started over half the games for the Suns.
Well, there was a log jam in Phoenix at the wing position last season. He certainly matured, though, as he never complained about not starting, just went out and did his job.
For Gerald Green, it's hard to not think about the star that could have been. The 18th pick in the 2005 draft, right out of high school. It was basically athleticism and upside in his game then. He's finally made it in the NBA now, but has improved with skills and guile in place of explosiveness.
The Warriors have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Spates sets a screen. It's Leandro Barbosa on the wing. He's guarded by Johnson. And Spates gets it to go.
And talking about Gerald Green, it seems like he's been in the league forever. But he was only 29 years old last season. By and large, he's avoided major injury, so he's still got plenty of tread left on those tires if he wants to keep going at it for a little while longer.
Barbosa with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Here's Azili. 6 to shoot. Here's Spates. And it's Miami with the rebound. Winslow's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
And, guys, isn't it great to see a player who works that hard on the glass at both ends?
Well said, G. That's the way he has built, his reputation. Clark grinding away, 100% effort all the time.
And, Kevin, all that effort pays off. How many of those spectacular putback jams do we see from this guy? A bunch.
And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
You got to like how they're getting the ball inside this half. They didn't have as much success earlier in the game, but now they're showing real determination in taking it inside to score.
Joe Johnson, he's checked in for Winslow. And then for Golden State, Andrew Bogut checked in for Spates. And it's Livingston in for Ian Clark. And Barbosa, no good on that one. Well, Greg, after a run of 10 playoff trips in 11 years, the Miami Heat missing the postseason last year, they'd end up a game back of the 8th spot.
Yeah, and what's hard for the Heat, Kevin, is that they were in the playoff picture for most of the year, and as the season wore on, they slowly fell out of that top 8. And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Warriors.
But, Steve, you don't see this kind of a blowout often. But tonight, this is a quality win across the board to deliver out, Clark, this kind of punishment.
Well, you know what? I thought they did a nice job of playing against the game. They kept the pressure on and clearly were dominant in every area.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Stephen Curry. A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open.
.54 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Livingston kicks to Azili. Here is Livingston. He's looking for Bogut and finds him.
And they're not finished just yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
Yeah, not taking any chances, Greg. This is how you close a game out. Textbook.
And that one's good.
The defense has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
And I'd be interested to know just how many of these attempts have come from inside of 5 feet.
There's 21 seconds left to play here in the fourth. 6 to shoot. And the rejection by Stoudemire. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Stoudemire.
For your Heat, Richardson.
15 seconds left in the fourth. Great open look there.
And really no better feeling than to go on the road and play this well and get the win.
Yeah, it's always a good win when you play the kind of game they have played tonight. I mean, especially, though, when you get it done on the road. That's a special, special feeling there.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Congratulations on this win tonight, Stephen, and tell us a little bit about the driving philosophy behind how this team strives to be the most cohesive unit possible.
To me, it's a commitment, and we know that that's going to put us in a good position to win every single night, as if we bring the effort, multiple efforts at each possession, where you might get beat, but you got to get back into play, and God's going to help you, you help him. We care about each other, so we want to make sure that nobody's left out to dry, and I think that's a big factor. And we're just relentless on defensive end.
Congratulations, Steph. Great job. Guys, over to you.
Doris, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now let's move on to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Stephen Curry. He put up a new season high tonight, and if he keeps shooting like he did tonight before the season's over, he might top it. A big key to his team's victory here.
He had a sensational night shooting the ball. Over 60% reminds me of myself. If you're shooting over 60%, you're playing smart. You're being aggressive, and you're creating opportunities. What a spectacular performance.
I will say this about Steph Curry. There is no player in the league more capable of single-handedly taking over a ball game than he is. What I mean is, Steph Curry's hot. Is hotter than anyone else is hot. He can beat you with his feet, his mind, his shot. The only thing you can be sure of is that he will beat you.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson saying good night, and we'll see you again soon, but not soon enough.